Hi there. In this quick video we're going to take a look at the indent feature as used to make joints. So we're going to do a very simple bridle joint and we're going to pick up a few tips and tricks as we go. So let's go to a new part and we're going to sketch a rectangle, a corner rectangle on the front plane. Let's just start at the origin and let's give that a dimension of 300 by 60 using smart dimensions. And let's go features, extruded boss base, and give that a thickness of 21 millimeters. And there's our first solid. So there's no joint on that, so let's add the jointing detail to this component. So on that top face, the end grain if you like, we'll start a sketch and pick up a rectangle and make sure you go from one side to the other. Now be very careful not to latch onto the midpoint, just latch onto somewhere there. So because the maths are simple this time, I want this to be a third, a third, a third. I want each shoulder to be a third as well as the tenon needs to be a third. So I could smart dimension each to be 7 mil. The maths are simple. But if the maths weren't that simple, what you could do is go 90 degrees to it like that, pick up a center line, and then start at the top, draw a vertical line down until you hit that line, another vertical line down until you hit that one, and one more vertical line down as far as the very bottom, and then tap escape. So what I'm going to do now is hold control and click each of those center lines, those construction lines, and with all three selected, go to equal, and it'll make sure that all three center lines are equal, which also means all three tenons or shoulders in this case will be equal. So close the sketch and let's go to extrude a boss base. I will extrude that up to a height of, let's say, 60. Press the green tick and there's one half of the joint completed. So we need the other half, so on this face I'm going to start another sketch. Let's start a sketch of a rectangle and we'll start by locking onto that corner and drawing the end grain, if you like, of the other piece of timber. Now you might get lucky, it might latch on perfectly there for you, but let's just assume it doesn't. I'm going to just drop it there anywhere. And you could put on the two dimensions of 60 by 21 again, but let's hold control, click that top line, click that little edge there, and then hit collinear. Green tick. You can do another collinear to drop that line into position, or what's probably handier to do is pick up that point and just drop it on until it snaps onto the corner right there. When you're happy with that, let's go to features, extruded boss base. It more than likely goes the wrong option, the wrong direction rather. So I'm going to press this little flip button and I want that to go, let's say 300 mil. But more importantly, or most importantly, I do not want to merge the result. I want that new yellow material to be a new separate piece or a new separate solid. So deselect merge result and press the green tick. And you can see now solid bodies 2, I've got both solids set up separately in SolidWorks as separate solids. And I know that because if I right click this top component and select isolate, you can see it hides everything else. And note the jointing has not been applied to this top piece. Exit isolate. So let's use the indent feature rather to do that. Insert features indent, there it is. Now the target body is what's about to be indented or cut, so it's that top piece. The tool body is what has the shape I want, which is this bottom piece. And then we'll select cut to make sure it cuts one from the other. Press the green tick and the joint is completed. If I right click this top piece and select isolate, you can see it. You can see the geometry of the original piece has been cut from this. And the good thing is they're both linked. And if you want to see that in more detail, you can go to insert, exploded view, click the top piece and just drag it out a little, green tick, and there you have the exploded view. Now just while we're at it, if you want to collapse and explode that exploded view, go to the third option over here, which is the command or the configuration manager, and then in here you can see explode view 1, right click collapse, right click explode. And there you have it. That's the indent feature used to cut one shape from another.